Hello, I'm Mario Robleto with SAENICSA, Accounting and Tax Services, located in Managua, Nicaragua, and today we will be covering the topic, what is the balance sheet? So stay tuned. One of the most important but greatly overlooked statements within your financial statements is your balance sheet. This is because the income statement, or what is also known as the profit and loss statement, usually is the go-to statement that many business owners focus a lot of their time on simply because it's this statement that tells them how much money the business made and what their expenses were. Of course, this is important, but it isn't everything. The balance sheet is also a very important statement that you need to be familiarized with, and today we are going to find out why. What does the balance sheet tell a business owner? The balance sheet is a report that shows you important historical financial information up to a specific date for your company. So, when we look at the balance sheet, we can find out up to a specific date how much cash is available for a business, what the accounts payable are, and we can also see our profit for year to date. Just to mention a few things. Let's take a look at the balance sheet. For example, when looking at the balance sheet, the easiest thing to notice is that there are three sections: assets, liabilities, and equity. Your assets are on the left side of the statement and are put in the order of which are quickest to convert to cash. That is why cash is always first and never land or buildings. Liabilities, which are on the right side of the statement, also follow a logical order. And this order is determined by which payables are due first. So this is why any long-term debts, such as a mortgage, are always at the bottom. Finally, the equity section, which is right under the liability section, shows us basically how much capital has been put into the business by the shareholders, what the accumulated earnings of the company has been over time, and even what the current profit is for year to date. These sections have an important correlation between each other. What do we mean? Well, the accounting equation that every business bases their accounting on is the following. Assets is equal to liabilities plus equity. This equation is very clearly shown on the balance sheet, hence the name. The importance of the balance sheet in planning for the future. Now, why is a balance sheet so important? Well, it can tell you a lot of things, but today let's just stick to three. For example, it can tell you how well kept the company's accounting is. The balance sheet will show balances for accounts for as long as those accounts exist and have balances in them. This means that if there are a lot of accounts that have balances that over time have been simply overlooked and instead just clutter the balance sheet, most likely the accounting for that business at one point in time was neglected. 2. The balance sheet can help you plan and adjust for financing needs. A company's balance sheet can also tell you important information regarding the company itself. What do I mean? Well, for example, it can tell you, is the company heavily leveraged? Also, are their assets almost at the end of their useful life and will soon need to be replaced? Is there too little or too much inventory? And so on. All this information can help you in making strategic decisions to improve your bottom line. And finally, number 3, know who you owe and who owes you. If you don't know what your clients owe, then very easily this information could be forgotten or worse, never billed. And just as it is important to know who owes you when running a business, it is also important to know who do you owe. Keeping track of your payables and your receivables on the balance sheet is very important to making sure that you avoid cash flow problems later on. So, don't overlook your balance sheet. Well, that has been our video for today. We hope that you have enjoyed it and that the tips we have discussed here, you'll be able to implement them in your place of business. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, stay safe and take care.